Good morning.
Goodbye.
Brooke, I've come to apologize. I've had a lot of time to think lately, and I realized that lately my conduct with you has been shameful.
Yes, it has.
And I'd like to come in. Please, I want to talk. Please.
You can come in for a minute.
Actually, there's no excuse for my behavior recently, but,
That's right, also.
you're not going to make this easier for me, are you?
Is there any reason that I should?
No, I suppose not.
Adam, I have a lot of things to do, so let's just get on with this, okay?
The day that you told me that Tom, he was the father of your child, something in me snapped. I was more than angry. I felt betrayed.
I had told you repeatedly that this was not your child that I was carrying.
Yes, I know, but until you came up with the father's name, I could live in my fantasy. I could hold on to my fantasy, but the truth was too painful. So I've been trying to punish you and Tom, and I'm sorry for that. But you have to understand that I believed that you and I were creating a new life together, Brooke, that our child, which had been a dream of mine for so long, was about to become real. And I never stopped loving you. I just couldn't accept that Tom Cudahy was going to have what I'd wanted more than anything else in the world. That's it. It's as simple as that. It takes time to get over losing one's dreams. Can you forgive me?
I accept your apology.
Thank you.
Adam, I have things to do, so you're going to have to excuse
I should have gone along with you when you wanted to adopt.
Look, let's not rehash all of this, all right?
Brooke, don't you understand? I don't feel that way anymore.
What are you talking about?
I'm willing to accept another man's child now. I can be a good father to the baby you're carrying, and I'll take the rest of my life to prove it.
Is that why you're here?
Yes, I want us to start over.
Adam, I am in love with Tom.
No, you're not in love with Tom. I saw you last night on the porch with him.
You what?
You weren't kissing Tom the way a woman kisses a man when she's in love with him.
You were spying on me?
I wasn't spying on you. I just happened to walk up when Tom was leaving, and I came up and I was going to knock on the door, but the light went on and I assumed you'd gone to bed.
You're incredible. You know, you just...
Brooke, it's not too late for us. I can admit my mistake if you could do the same.
You know, the only mistake I have made was letting you through the door.
I'm talking about Tom Cudahy. Can't you not admit that you've been using him to punish me? I was very, very nasty during our marriage. But you've gotten even. You've evened the score. Can't we just stop this game playing?
I am not playing any game.
You still love me. I know you...
I don't love you.
I can see it in your eyes, Brooke. You still love me. So what are we waiting for? Let's get married. Marry me, Brooke. Marry me today.
Marry you? Why on earth would I marry you?
Don't let pride get in your way. We'll talk to Tom together.
Stay away from me. I'm warning you.
There's no reason to pretend anymore. It's all out in the open now, Brooke. You want me as much as I want.
The only man that I want is Tom Cudahy.
Bull.
Take a hike, Adam. I don't know why I put up with you as long as I have.
Because you care about me.
I don't care about you, all right? Get that straight.
Pregnancy certainly hasn't dampened that temper of yours.
Get out, or I'm going to call the police.
No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
Don't you tell me what I want
Don't get all
anymore.
upset. That's not good for you or the baby. Now, just calm down.
Get
I'll make you
out.
some breakfast. Just take a couple of deep breaths.
You get out.
All right. If that's what that's
Get out. A minute.
We'll be back.
Get out.
You were meant for me. I mean, it's destiny.
Out.
I was...
I would rather marry Charles Manson.
I love you.
You're wrong.
See, I remember once before, you know, thinking that you were further along in the pregnancy than you said, and by the looks of you now, obviously, I was right. When I think of all of the cover stories you concocted, what was it first? First it was artificial insemination, and then Tom was the baby's father. When I thought about it, and I heard that you weren't going to marry Tom, I knew something was fishy.
Dixie, not everybody gets married these days. And I've had 2 marriages that have fallen apart, and I would think you, of all people, might understand why I might hesitate to enter into another one.
I suspected once before, all right, that this was Tad's baby. Look at you. Was Brooke English, so decent, so high-minded. Never lie to anybody. Well, you did, and you're still lying, aren't you?
Well, all I can say is you have a very overactive imagination.
Oh, did I just imagine that lovely little tender scene in your bedroom? Tad's picture on your nightstand, his shirt on your bed, and that necklace? You carry around mementos of Tad Martin, my husband.
He was your ex-husband when I was seeing him.
I'm thinking, why is she holding on to these things if Tom is the father?
There are a lot of reasons, Dixie, and I don't have to explain any of them to you.
Well, I would be curious to hear how you explain them to Tom. I doubt he likes being surrounded by keepsakes of your old lover.
Tad was a very important person to me. I have never denied that.
Well, apparently, I think he still is.
Well, unfortunately, fortunately, Tom is not as petty and as insecure as some people.
Like me, right?
Look, nobody has a right to come into somebody's home and to start rummaging through their personal possessions.
Rummaging? Who rummaged? It was out in the
frankly,
open.
I would think after what happened between you and Adam when he and I were married.
Oh, goody,
you're
gonna
the last
bring that
person
up
to pass
again.
judgment on me.
Well, all right, I am sorry. I have apologized for that about 1,000,000 times. And I thought maybe you'd forgiven me by now, but obviously that's a lie, too. Boy, have you gotten even.
Look, whether Tom and I get married, how we raise this child, it's nobody else's business. Now, I would like you to leave. And since you and Adam are such great pals, I will tell you the same thing that I told him. But out of my life.